the USS Iowa, American Tier 7 battleship. One of the most powerful battleships of World War II. The ship was designed for escorting attack carrier forces. She surpassed the speed of all battleships in the world. The battleship's survivability was significantly improved, owing to a novel and powerful torpedo protection system and a fundamentally different armor protection system featuring an internal armor belt. All 4 Iowa-class ships built are now preserved as military museum ships: USS Iowa in San Pedro, California; USS Missouri in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii; USS Wisconsin in Norfolk, Virginia; and USS New Jersey in Camden, New Jersey. General stats: purchase price, 18 million credits. Hit points 70,000. Armor, 6 through 439 mm. Torpedo damage reduction, 25%. Main battery, 406 mm Mark 7, 3x3 guns. Rate of fire, 2 shots per minute. Reload time, 30 seconds, 180-degree turn time, 45 seconds, firing range, 17.7 kilometers. Maximum dispersion, 272 meters. HE shell 406 mm HEHC Mark 13, maximum HE shell damage, 5,700. Chance of fire on target caused by HE shell, 36%. Initial HE shell velocity, 820 meters per second, AP shell 406 mm AP Mark 8 maximum AP shell damage, 13,500. Initial AP shell velocity, 762 meters per second, secondary armament set 1, 127, and Mark 32, 10x2 guns. Firing range, 5 kilometers, rate of fire, 10 shots per minute. Reload time, 6 seconds, HE shell 127 mm HE Mark 32, maximum HE shell damage, 1,800. Initial HE shell velocity, 792 meters per second, chance of fire on target caused by HE shell, 5%, AA defense. Set 1, 127 mm Mark 32, 10x2 guns. Average damage per second, 151, firing range, 5 kilometers, set 2, 20 mm Oerlikon Mark 20, 32x2 guns. Average damage per second, 195. Firing range, 2 kilometers, set 3, 40 mm Bofors Mark 2, 19x4 guns. Average damage per second, 302. Firing range, 3 kilometers, maneuverability. Maximum speed, 30 knots. Turning circle radius, 920 meters. Rudder shift time, 19.5 seconds. Concealment, surface detectability range, 15.4 kilometers. Air detectability range, 12.3 kilometers. Guaranteed detectability range, 2 kilometers. Detectability while firing in smoke, 14.8 kilometers. Consumables: Iowa can equip the following consumables. Slot 1, Damage Control Party, when activated, instantly repairs fires, floods, and incapacitations, and prevents more for the duration. Slot 2, Repair Party, while active, restores a fixed percentage of a ship's hit points each second. Slot 3, Catapult Fighter. Research: availability of researchable upgrades for Iowa is as follows. Investing experience into Hobby is top priority. It brings additional hit points and a large bump to Iowa's anti-aircraft capabilities. The engine module upgrade should come next, with the targeting system upgrade saved for last. Upgrades: the recommended upgrades for Iowa are as follows. Slot 1, Secondary Battery Modification 2, plus 20% to secondary battery maximum firing range. Negative 20% to maximum dispersion of secondary battery shells. Will boost the range and accuracy of secondaries. Slot 2, Steering Gears Modification 2, negative 20% to rudder shift time, is recommended and will reduce rudder shift time. Captains with fire problems could also consider Damage Control System Modification 2. Negative 15% to flooding recovery time. -15% to time of fire extinguishing, reducing the amount of time on fire and conserving hit points. Slot 3, Targeting Acquisition Systems Modification 1, increases maximum acquisition range. Slot 4, the recommended choice is Artillery Plotting Room Modification 2. -11% to maximum dispersion of main battery, to give the main battery better accuracy. Installing this upgrade will make her guns exceptionally accurate, at ranges of 12 to 13 kilometers, much more so than contemporaries. Main battery Modification 3, -12% to main battery loading time, -13% to the main battery traverse speed. Will improve damage per minute, and may surprise a cruiser who still expects the battleship to be reloading. For my build, I've been trying out other builds lately. I haven't found a build that fits me yet for the Iowa, but here are the builds I've been using the past few months. First up is the Dispersion build, the most popular build for the Iowa and for other battleships in Legends. The Iowa is good at hitting her targets, but with the Dispersion build makes her a sniping beast. Reload/secondary build. I've been having fun with this build lately. This build mainly for mid to close range battles, and have deleted lots of battleships and cruisers that have thought it was safe to go broadside, but comes to find out that I'm already reloaded midway through your turn. Finally, the build I am using right now is the Stealth build. I found it good for getting into position faster and surprising your enemy. It's also good for not getting detected right off the bat in some of the maps in World of Warships Legends. Please note that none of my captains aren't fully maxed out. Performance. The historical counterpart of the famed battleship Yamato, Tier 7's Iowa is the pinnacle of the various fast battleship designs the United States commissioned into service before and during World War II. The key differences are found in Iowa's handling. She is faster, with a larger turning circle and slower rudder shift speed, slightly improved AA suite, and longer main battery rifles. Iowa's barrels are 50 caliber, and the improvement in the velocity of her armor-piercing shells is notable. Her AP shells get on target faster, and new Iowa captains should allow a few games to learn how to adjust leading their shots accordingly. Additionally, she gains access to Artillery Plotting Room Modification 2, which provides a significant reduction to her dispersion. Exposing her flat broadside to enemies is as inadvisable as it is in most battleships. Even with her Citadel model lowered to the ship's third deck at roughly waterline height in Update 0.6.6, the third deck plating can be overmatched by every battleship in her matchmaking spread. Consequently, Iowa will still be dealt catastrophic damage, and quite consistently, by those with good aim. Careful positioning and good situational awareness are still required at all times to ensure she isn't removed from the game in a single enemy salvo, and this vulnerability makes fighting at close ranges very tricky, as her overall length is more of a liability than an asset. Game. She combines speed, firepower, and survivability in a way that is unrivaled by any other ship in her tier and below. Her mobility allows her to get to where she is needed. Her powerful super heavy shells allow her to put good damage whatever she encounters there, and her armor allows her to tank punishment provided she don't expose her broadside, or get blindsided by incoming torpedoes. Pros: same gun range as her predecessor and highest range for a battleship at her tier. Better penetration and shell velocity compared to Colorado due to the 50 caliber guns, able to mount Artillery Plotting Room Modification 2 for better dispersion. Armor is more durable than her predecessors. Incredible anti-aircraft suite makes her highly resistant to air attacks. Improved torpedo defense system with a torpedo damage reduction. Top speed of a whopping 13 knots. Cons: weaker broadside armor than standard battleships. Bad rudder shift time. Overall length combined with her turning circle takes some getting used to when trying to dodge torpedoes. While at waterline level, the Citadel is very long and the roof can be overmatched by every battleship in her matchmaking spread. Very tall superstructure makes her easier to hit, especially when trying to hide behind islands. Weak secondary armament with a very low range compared to Tier 7 counterparts. That is all for the USS Iowa and for the US battleship line. Please subscribe and click the bell notifications to keep up to date with all the videos we post. Also like plus share this video to help the channel grow. Thanks for watching. Good luck and fair seas.